Good evening there, YouTubers. Hello and welcome to 2009. I hope everyone bought in the New Year's with a big bang. I must admit I did see a few people stagger around the next day hungover. I did have a bit of a chuckle about this, but then I actually thought for a bit. I did realise that no matter where you are located right now in the world, no matter where, it's like that we're in the hangover of 2008, and just like a real hangover, someone might have that quick fix or that special remedy for you if you do have a hangover, and it may help, but there really is no quick way to cure the hangover. And that's just like the real economy that we are seeing at the moment. People are only just realizing that the government are just full of high hopes, broken promises, maybe some victories, but major failures. It's going to continue. If you have looked at my other videos, it's plain and obvious to you that this is going to be nothing new. So with that intel, let's shortly recap what's happened in 2008. You have government lies, you have the real estate market collapsing, banks collapsing, houses foreclosing, market crashes, and things are likely to continue in this direction, which have now posted the steepest yearly decline since the Great Depression in the 1930s. The Dow, at the moment where it's sitting, has plunged at least 34%. Is very dramatic, I know. And 2009, now we're here, and it's a big event. It's basically going to be very different, but much the same to 2008. And I mean the same because we will no doubt see another year where we'll see record-breaking headlines and a volatile market. Now, over the break, I was literally swamped with people. Some people in trouble, some people asking many questions. And when I was asked about the possibilities about some specific companies and individuals and corrupt, greedy bankers on Wall Street, I mean, what I did realize and what I said to a lot of these people is, no matter what action is taken and by whom, the house of cards is crashing down and it cannot be stopped by anyone. The government can simply not just click a button and fix the problem. And here are my thoughts on what's going to happen this year. We're going to enter a phase which is going to be like no other. I would expect more grave news as the markets tumble. Major businesses will crumble and collapse and fail. Pretty much what has happened in 2008 with a bit more intensity. And there is no doubt in my mind that we'll go into a global style depression just like the 1930s. And from where we are now in January, I would expect maybe the onset of this come further on into maybe March or April. But first, there's going to be many more corruption cases that will come to light in almost every industry, not just Wall Street. Some of the industries you wouldn't even think. Some of the deceit and lies that I know that are going on will be brought to light. There is no way to hide the corruption any longer, which is both good and bad, I must admit. It's good because there's a reckoning happening and most of the corrupt will have to pay a price. But at the same token, their crimes are getting harder and harder and harder to hide. The bad part of this is that the entire world is affected by all of these games. Not just a few investors. We are well into the recession now and depression will soon come. Many people will be out of work. Many will lose homes and jobs. No industry or family will go unaffected. Worldwide. I mean worldwide. This is not just the USA here. And all of this bailout money that you're seeing float around is useless. It cannot stop the bloodletting. Let's just focus away from the bad side and let's just talk about the upside. Now, the positive thing with all this is the world is slowly realizing that the emperor has no clothes, and the more people will be forced to help each other and forced to become small communities and help each other through the crisis. You're ultimately going to see a change in the way the world does business and the world does banking. At the moment, even the non-corrupt businesses will go under. The greedy are at a point where it is and will be very hard to get away with foolish schemes. But here is the most important bit. You're going to see a complete new system of banking and money that will eventually emerge. Now, even me myself, with my market experience, I have seen a lot of things, but eventually this is going to affect the way stocks work and probably the share market in general. But for the time being, let's not worry about that and let's just focus on what matters. And let's just for a minute talk about something that's interesting regarding the banks and financial troubles, because this will affect some people. And what I would be thinking is that these banks that are in trouble are going to make it very hard for you to get your money out. Why? Well, let's think of the time when you have had limited funds in your bank account. You're simply not just going to go out and buy things willy-nilly. You're under a little bit of pressure, so you have to manage that money. You're not just going to go out spending it. Well, the ironic thing here is that if you do have limited funds, the people that hold your limited funds now, yes, the banks, are in the same predicament, whereby they are on a shoestring budget as well. They can't just go out spending money or handing money to all their clients left, right and center, so they're going to make it as hard as possible for you to withdraw, within reason of course, for you to take your money from them in cash. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to put the brakes on you and interrogate you if you want to take out large sums of money. I mean, people are already getting squeezed. The average person who feels like they have been set up are taking serious actions. They're getting angry. You heard me say this before. People protesting, signing petitions, refusing to pay taxes. It's just going to increase. People are now slowly waking up and understanding how greedy and corrupt the financial system is. And these politicians better look out, because like I keep saying, this will cause a historical change that will only intensify in 2009. We haven't seen it yet, but I would say this is just around the corner. The reason why? Because people have had enough. They've said, look, enough is enough. Instead of doing nothing, let's stand up, let's do something. Although there are hopes Obama will somehow save these failing banks and navigate the state of economy back to some sort of normalism, he will try his best, but it's going to be a very disappointing start for him. He's already insinuating before he's got into office that he'll be bailing out those companies that need bailing out. When you do that, you're encouraging the rich, so you're encouraging that they can get away with bloody murder, and you're going to kill the dollar. But you already know what I think about the US dollar. It's already dead. It's not a matter of if. It will collapse. It's just a matter of time. You have to remember that he'll instantly inherit the financial crisis and the recession as soon as he takes on office. People will probably see him claim smaller victories regarding the economy, but the major failures will far outweigh these in 2009. I think we can hear Obama saying he will fix the problems, but the problem is the damage is already done. When he says he will do things differently, but his plans are the same as Bush, bailing out this, bailing out that, how is that change? So life on our earth might seem hard at the moment, but I don't tend to think it was meant to be easy. That is the whole purpose with our lives, I guess, and in the short time I've been here. We are here to learn, we are here to grow and to love. Even during these terrible times that we are faced with now, the loss of a house, the loss of your job, loss of financial independence, a divorce, whatever it may be, just realize that you are here on this planet for a purpose. I have good days and I have bad days, just like every other normal person here. Anyway, I am trying to devote more of my time to this, and so I must thank you to those that are sharing these videos with friends and relatives. Much appreciated. And those in need, I try to include things that I think will help you and other people in any way possible. So thank you for sharing these videos with people. And if you feel the need or you wish to share these videos, then feel free. If not, that's okay too. I understand there are still people out there that refuse to listen to the truth. And I try to bring most up-to-date, precise information and some good content to those that want to hear the truth. Good night. Keep on your toes. Enjoy talking with you all, and I'll see you all later. Bye.